Bosniak Heating, I know he came.
Looking for names for these ones here.
Jameson, Kim. Davis.
Hi, Daryl.
Hi. Is that Lynn?
Yeah, it is.
Okay, I'm going to mute the mics of everybody in about 1 minute. We're just waiting on a couple more people to come in. And
I do it home. Right? Hi. Heard that this morning.
Hello.
hi.
Hi, this is Larry from EcoHome.
Hi, Larry.
Daryl.
How are you?
Fine, thanks. How are you doing?
Very well.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
So we're just giving it another couple of minutes. People are just coming in
Thank you.
nicely. And
Daryl, sorry, I'm just going to be 30 seconds, all right?
no problem.
Okay.
Hello.
Hi.
Is there supposed to be a screen that we're watching?
You not see my screen up?
It says Smart Home Financial Introduction and then just the presenter.
Okay, I'm gonna move. Do you see something move now, Lynn? Background?
What?
Do you not
Sorry.
see? Do you see something or not?
No, I'm just seeing the white screen that says Smart Home Financial Introduction with the login.
Okay, 1 second.
Okay, I'm back.
How about now?
Got it now.
Okay, thanks, Lynn.
Yeah, I can see it.
Excellent. Lynn, can you see me smiling at you?
No, I can't see you, Daryl.
Oh,
All
I'm
I
just-
can see is your desktop.
What does it say? Let me find out if you know what's there.
It says Smart Home Financial Contractors helping contractors across Canada.
That's the right country. Okay, you're in the right place.
Well, thanks.
This looks like PowerPoint, though.
Yeah. How come I can't see your smiling face?
You'd be afraid. It'd be scary. John Finan, my old friend, are you here?
I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yes. How are you?
I'm doing well, Daryl. Good to hear you.
Good to hear you too. How's things in London?
Things are well.
Excellent.
We're just waiting for the snow to start flying and furnace season to kick off.
All right. In the interest of time, let's get going here. It's 11:04, and I don't want to keep everybody waiting here more than we need to. So some of you are old friends. Some of you I've not spoken with before. I'm going to leave the microphones open. Everybody's pretty quiet. So if anybody wants to participate, by all means, you can talk and we can have an open session. If we find that there's a lot of background noise, unfortunately, I'm going to have to mute the mics. So right now, everything's pretty quiet and it's all good. I've got no problem leaving the mics open during the presentation. So if anybody wants to have a discussion or have a comment, you can type it into the chat screen. Gentleman named Rick Schwartz, can you make me the presenter? No, Rick, I got to be the presenter. Anyway. Let's begin. If you tell me to, Lynn, can I begin?
Yeah.
All right.
Please do.
Okay, I got Lynn's approval. That's all we need. That's all we need. The world spins around Lewis Mechanical.
That's right.
Our background, Smart Home Financial, is a new organization we founded, and I'm the creator. And its purpose is to help contractors in a different sort of way. For some of you who don't know me, just let me tell you who I am and what Smart Home is about. Smart Home is founded by myself and my team here at Success Group Canada, and we're backed by a major Canadian lending institution. My background is this. I'm a licensed refrigeration technician, I'm a G1 gas fitter, probably one of the few dual members of HRAI. I believe in HRAI, so I pay them twice. I don't know why. Anyway, I am the head of Success Group Canada. We're Canada's largest group of contractors focused on operating profitable businesses and helping contractors improve their businesses. With 70 members across Canada, growing in the HVAC, plumbing, and the electrical industry. We've been mentoring and helping contractors since 1999. What we do is we work with business systems and on business systems to help contractors own their own businesses and hopefully run their businesses without them having to pull every lever and push every button. Over 10 years ago, so some background here, over 10 years ago, we saw our industry evolving. All we needed to do was look at similar industries to see the future that was coming our direction. The auto industry really began to endorse finance. Home furniture and appliance companies also realized consumers wanted finance. Leon's Don't Pay a Cent event, a huge thing that attacked all consumers. They realized, these organizations, that they needed to break large investments into small digestible amounts that consumers would be willing to understand. So they began selling cars with small weekly and bi-weekly amounts. Don't Pay a Cent event became the norm. And we've all seen the successes of those organizations. It's interesting how in the trades we don't think this way, but what we're trying to do is change the way people think. As Canada's leading and largest contractor association, we watched this trend and realized it was evolving. We realized that consumers wanted finance and they would gravitate to companies that offered affordable options for the products and services that they were selling. Even if they had personal lines of credit, they'd consider financing as a way to hold on to their line of credit, especially if the loan was unsecured. Interest wasn't so much a factor. What mattered really was the monthly payment. And I can't stress how important this is to your future success. Some people get really hung up on things like interest rates. And if interest rates were a factor, or a serious factor, credit cards wouldn't exist. And I know that each and every one of you has a credit card in your wallet, and each and every one of you potentially, maybe Lynn accepted, has carried a balance on that credit card for at least 1 month. I stand guilty of that as well. And credit card interest rates are 19, 20, 21%. Store credit cards, things like the Bay and Leon's and the Brick, are often over 30%, and people don't even realize this, sometimes higher. This led us to create the need of relationships with financial vendors. I'll take you back in time a bit. In 1999, when we founded what was first Plumber Success International, we considered a relationship with a small company named UEI. And we realized very quickly that this wouldn't work, as they were owned by a company named Union Energy, which is now called Reliance. How could we offer a program to independent contractors with a vendor that was owned by what would become a major competitor? Back in 1999, they were still a friendly little puppy dog in the corner, Union Energy. This is proven to be true, and UEI is a major supplier of finance in Canada, And anybody who's using UEI, and I'm not going to say that you're being foolish, but I'm going to tell you you're being foolish because you're funding your major competitor. Reliance is a plan, and they are a very strong, large competitor. If you're using UEI, you're giving your enemy bullets in which to shoot you. I couldn't look a contractor in the eye and say to them, this was a correct financial partner for us to work with. So we moved past that relationship and built a new relationship with TD Bank. Now, like things in the banking world, they've gone through approximately, I'm going to say 5, maybe it's even more, different management structures. Someone swallowed their mic. They've gone through 5 different management structures since we've been representing them. They've gone through different names. The current name is TD Financial Services. 3 years ago, they purchased the assets of GE Capital Auto Financing. This has resulted in their home service division to be a small part of a very large program with auto financing at the forefront. Again, we stared at what was going on in the auto market and realized we were a small part of what was a very large organization. While TD Financing has been a reliable and safe source to place our members' financial program, they've adopted a very strict criteria. They ask intrusive questions, such as personal mortgage information, and this has resulted in a loan approval rate of less than 63%. What's happened as a result is this approval rate has caused people and dealers to look elsewhere, and we see this in the transactions that we try and approve or get approved for our dealers. It's extremely frustrating when we're working with them. Additionally, they will not finance heat pumps. And it's actually kind of a funny story, so I'll share it with you. It all happened in Quebec. They unfortunately got burnt by some contractors in Quebec. And as a result, anything that's written on an application that says heat pump, they immediately reject. So this led to a very frustrating and difficult challenge for our clients, particularly in BC or on the east coast of Canada. So it brought us full circle and back to the drawing board yet again. This led us to another financial company, and I don't want to mention the name here, but some of you do know them, because I'm going to not speak kindly of them, and I don't like to say things about people in a negative way. We thought that after years of searching, we found the perfect financial partner. They were owned by an electrical utility offering finance and rental solutions. Before recommending to our clients, we wanted to test their program and our own company right here in Toronto. Yes, we operate a contracting company right here in Toronto, and before I would ever recommend anything to you, I will use our company and be a guinea pig for something. What we discovered after about 6 months was that they began to market their own programs to clients we brought them. We had clients call us and complain, saying, what's going on here? We received this flyer in the mail with a water heater you gave us. I really consider that type of behavior unethical, as that was not how or what we discussed when we first entered into that relationship. So after 15 years of searching and countless setbacks, it was back to the drawing board yet again. But I'm very determined and stubborn.
Yes, you are.
Oh yeah. So we approached the Royal Bank, RBC. We approached CIBC. We approached Scotiabank. We approached BMO. We approached HSBC. We approached BDC, Business Development Bank, and each one of them rejected our business plan. They didn't want to take the risk of what they perceived to be a dangerous or risky business for them. See, our goal was really simple. Find a financial partner that wanted to act as a bank for our clients. We wanted a financial partner that would not solicit our clients. We wanted to offer financial solutions for independent contractors. We wanted an application process that would be simple with quick approvals. We wanted a high approval rate, as well as being able to offer a rental program to our dealers and eventually their customers. We discussed my dilemma. I discussed this dilemma with anyone who would listen. I really felt that the solution was just a matter of finding ethical people that had the same values that we held. I'm proud to say that through an industry affiliation, we were introduced to a company that expressed an interest in developing a dealer program. They were prepared to allow our team to develop and help contractors and sit back to become our bank. We made certain that our due diligence was thorough and had many, many meetings discussing challenges within the finance and rental world before we realized we truly had a partner that we wanted to work with. Our goal was real simple. Once we agreed that this was a relationship we wanted to pursue, we mutually signed an agreement that outlined our objectives. And I'm proud to announce that we finally, after 15 years of searching, have found a true financial partner. We've created a new company specifically and only for the purpose of helping contractors improve their businesses, and our company is called Smart Home Financial Corporation. Smart Home is backed by a Canadian-owned finance company providing custom consumer financing and loan products for the HVAC and home improvement markets. Now, when we say home improvement, we're talking about electrical and plumbing, anything above $2,000. We're able to manage all of our business in-house. We are partnering with leading dealers and manufacturers to deliver what is needed to succeed in today's competitive arena and provide you with hassle-free finance programs for you, the dealer, and ultimately your customers. Let's talk about our industry for just a bit. And what we know is the following. Our industry is dominated by some very large companies. Reliance has become a major competitor. Enercare, maybe called Direct Energy or Enercare, we don't know which week what they'll call themselves, has got major roles and major stakes in our markets. We also have additional fragmented competitors in the rental arena. Our entire industry has been given a black eye due to the door knockers and a few unscrupulous players. In Ontario, government has mandated new legislation for things such as rentals. So here's an interesting story. After the door knockers went through Ontario like locusts, what we found, and I was just in Manitoba about 2 weeks ago, what we found was they've left Ontario, now descended upon Winnipeg. And after they go through Winnipeg, or the Manitoba government figures out what's going on, they'll move into Saskatchewan and Alberta and literally cross the country because there's no stopping some unscrupulous behavior. And they operate, frankly, illegally. They misrepresent themselves. They'll knock on a consumer's door and demand to do an inspection on their home equipment and tell them that they've got deficiencies. Sign this document, we'll get you fixed up. Little did that customer realize they've just signed a rental agreement with an unethical rate behind it. Our industry, frankly, is not viewed upon with respect. We've seen exposés on CTV, W5, CBC Marketplace. In fact, I don't want to talk politics, but there was a PC candidate in Ajax or Oshawa who was exposed, literally, doing something awful on, I think it was Marketplace. I'm sure you've heard of that. He had to withdraw himself as a candidate. No comments from anyone on that one? Chuckle or two. Anyway, and local news medias. These sensational stories are not good for anybody operating a legitimate business here in Canada. Our response is this. We believe in the independent contractor, and there's no one else that will protect Canadian consumers from the craziness that is surrounding our industry. But contractors need support. And this is the purpose of Smart Home Financial. What we believe we've created is the best financial program in Canada. Here's our commitment to you. We will never, and I put that in capitals, never solicit your clients. We can now offer finance from coast to coast in Canada. We will be set up in the Maritimes by the end of September, and we can offer finance from coast to coast with one little section of the country that will not be part of the program immediately, Quebec. We can offer rental programs immediately in Ontario, and our goal is to offer rental in the rest of Canada by the end of the year. We are now able, I spelled something incorrectly, I apologize, accessories, I had a typo, sorry. We're now able to finance the following: heating, air conditioning, equipment and accessories, plumbing renovations over $2,000, electrical renovations over $2,000, generators over a 5-year term. We're able to finance kitchen and bathroom renovations and in-home improvements with approval. We've created an additional value-added program to help you sell and buy better with current partners that we currently have that we can put on the table for you as added benefit for being a smart home dealer. We have a relationship with the Air Miles program that you could incorporate into your sales process, where you could give away air miles, and we'll have a separate discussion on that. We've got printed materials and printers at very competitive pricing. We have a computer and electronic program on board today that you can purchase computers and anything you need computer related for your business at excellent pricing. We've got a preferred program with Rogers at the corporate level, at the highest level of corporate Rogers, with more vendors being added as additional benefit for you as you become a smart home financial dealer. Here's our unique selling proposition. As you know, our team recruits and works directly with contractors across Canada. We've got a proven record of success by building dealer networks. We've worked for contractors. We don't work for utility type corporations or big box stores. We want to provide competitive interest rates to consumers and great compensation for dealers that will get involved with the rental side of the program. We want to encourage contractors not to let water heater opportunities slip through their hands, particularly in Ontario, but this is something that you can consider in other regions of the country. Rental is a realistic option for you to consider as a tool. We also have a third-party insurance provider to protect everyone's investment and pay you at very fair rates for any future service you're going to perform, which will allow you growth opportunities that may have given up on water heater opportunities to these awful utilities that you're competing with. Contractors have relationships with their clients. Our goal and our unique selling proposition will help you strengthen those relationships with your customers. One of the most important fundamental facts and factors of what we've been building here is this: you keep the client. Our role is purely financial. In the Enbridge territory, we're approved at a small fee to be included on the Enbridge bill. We have set up a toll-free service and support line. we're partnering with industry leaders such as Rheem, Emco, and Goodman. We effectively can become a bank for you with expanded financial offerings, even in the commercial realm. If you're doing commercial projects, our financial partner can help in that area, but that's a separate offline discussion. We will communicate directly to you through webinars such as this, and we'll also visit with contractors and hold group sessions as well as one-on-one meetings to help you and train you. Huge advantage, we manage all of our business in-house, and we partner with lending dealers. In other words, we can provide an extremely high approval rate for you. Sadly, not everyone's going to get finance. We know that someone with awful credit probably is not going to get financed. We are discussing that at this point, but realistically, that's a small segment of where we're at, and we'll cross those bridges as we arrive at them. But what we want to do is give your customers the ability to purchase now and the ability to purchase more. We want to deliver what you need to succeed in the financial world and compete with these large competitors. Contractors that we're looking for, I know everybody in the room pretty much is in this realm. Obviously, you've got to be licensed in your province to operate legally. You must, if there's licensing in your city, we would ask that you give us a notification or copy of that. It's so bizarre. Certain cities require licensing. Next city over may not require licensing. It's bizarre. We ask that you provide a WSIB or workers' comp clearance to Smart Home Financial. You must comply, and these are just good business practices, must comply with all aspects of the Occupational Health and Safety Act in your province, and of course workers' safety and insurance. We have a requirement of at least 2, in fact we'd like it to be 5 in liability with proof of provided coverage and a completed certificate of insurance. And we want to make certain that you can be bondable. So I mean, that's not any different than what any other dealer program will ask of you. Your benefits, however, are this: a financial program with very high approval rates, and this is extremely important. We are not your competition. Payment is within 24 hours of job completion, and the obtaining of the completion certificate signed off by your client. We've got a simple goal setting process, and this is our ask of you to become a dealer. 1 deal a week, either rental or finance. Otherwise, I don't want to waste your time, and frankly, we shouldn't do work together. Although we want to create a program, we're calling it a bonus dollar program for contractors who exceed goals. We're prepared to give you training that you need, be it webinars, be it one-on-one, be it a personal visit. We will set you up with correct dealer manuals that have a step-by-step, easy-to-follow loan process. There's a simple online credit application that we have put up on a website. We're just ready to release this site. It needs some final tweaks, but if anyone wants to look at it, the web address is smarthomefinancial.com, and it is up right now, but it needs some final tweaks. And we're going to give you step-by-step guidance every step of the way. Additional contractor benefits. We have an instant approval process. Simply fax or email into our team. Your application will be immediately processed. Our hours of operation are 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. Monday to Friday, and someone's going to be on call until midnight and on weekends. For dealers that write deals that they're doing significant volumes, we will approve them for online access with a separate agreement. And we have an upcoming user-friendly web portal that is in development right now. This is really quite exciting. Our goal has been to build an extremely competitive program with high approval rates and bring you a fixed rate interest program, a no interest equal payment program, and a deferral program. And these programs had to be competitive with existing competitors in the market. And we feel that we've achieved that, and we feel we've actually exceeded our competitors in the realm of rates. Now, I want to show you our program. Here it is. A fixed rate loan program with loan amounts of from $1,000 to $2,499 at 10.99%. But the interesting thing is, once you hit to the $2,500 mark and beyond, our rates are lower than any other competitor in the market. And I can tell you right now that TD is 9.99%, and there's a company with the beginning name of S, and they are 9.95%. Our interest rates are lower on our fixed rate program than any major program out here today. We offer a no interest equal payment program with dealer costs that are more competitive than our competitors. In other words, you get more for less money. We have a deferral program also that will cost you less than our competitors, which we're really, really proud of these rates. We're happy to share this rate card with everyone across the country who's on our webinar this morning. Anyone want to comment on the rates? Why all so quiet?
Definitely lower. I think the dealer cost seems to be higher.
Who's that now? You gotta say your name.
Steve Ross.
Hey, Steve. The dealer cost is higher. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, you'd probably get more customers in on the deferral program, but you're gonna take a larger hit for it on the backside.
On which program? On which level? You see,
If we're looking at, let's say we're looking at the deferral program at $5,000. Okay,
Yep.
12-month deferral is going to cost a dealer 8.8%
correct,
off their total invoice.
correct.
Now the 8.74 to the customer is fantastic, because I think the current with a 12-month would be about 19.9, but our rate on our end is anywhere from 4 to 6.
So the interesting thing is taking a look at a competitor such as Snap. Their 12-month rate is 7.95%. If you're using them, I don't know who you're currently using for 12-month deferral.
I won't say who he is.
All right, fair enough. Fair enough. If
One of the bad guys.
sorry.
But
Oh,
yeah,
okay. So
if we talk about one of those guys, UEI, let's say it's 6% dealer hit.
right.
Depending on if you sling a certain product, whether it be a Goodman program or something like that, then it's 5%. So it just, it looks, it would probably draw more consumers, and absolutely, you just have to be prepared for the other, 3 to 4% hit. That's all.
Correct. And here's my answer, Steve, to you on that. And we can certainly help you in this regard. We'd be more than happy to take a look at pricing and challenges then to put it into your pricing program and help you put together a pricing program that makes sense in the products that you're selling.
Right.
And we'd be happy to help you do that. Where are you located?
Ingersoll.
So you're in Ontario?
Yep.
Okay, so one of the things for you then is potentially the rental program, which we put on the table for you.
Yep.
So let us continue on here. Anyone else want to comment on the rate program up in front of you? Okay, let us carry on. Program details. Obviously, dealer can buy down interest rate on fixed loans. here's one of the exciting things. I don't know that anyone, I've heard of someone offering, one competitor offering 144-month amortization. I don't know anyone offering 180-month amortization over $5,000. TD will do it, I believe, over $20,000. But I don't know that anyone will offer an amortization rate of 180 months on loans over $5,000. Huge selling advantage for you. I guess the train's coming.
Yeah, sorry.
No problem. For credit approvals, we've got a toll-free hotline for you. You can send your funding documents or email your documents into our support at Your Smart Home Financial, yourshf.com, or of course fax them in. There is an admin fee, a small admin fee that can be added to the agreement, or it can be deducted from you if you don't want to. But like others, there is a small admin fee. All that's required for approval from a client's perspective, or identification, I should say, is driver's license and employment information. If we're doing deals larger than $15,000, we require proof of income, and a notice of security may be placed on the home. Should someone want to be included on the Enbridge bill, that comes sadly with a cost, and the Enbridge cost, really, this is just simply a flow through. They charge 2% to go on to their bill. So if you do want a monthly payment on the Enbridge bill, we can facilitate that, but they charge us, so we in turn have to charge you. Here is our proposed water heater program and water heater compensation program. And these are, again, there are other tanks in here, but for you and for your consumers, we wanted a very competitive rental rate plan. You'll notice our rates are a few pennies below the major guys or a few pennies above the major guys. But what we have here is a bonus program for you created for various tanks. Is anybody putting in water heaters for other guys today?
I'm not saying.
Okay. Okay.
No, yes.
How are these rates by comparison?
Oh, they're good. They're competitive. Absolutely.
Excellent. Excellent. Thank you.
The contractor payment is higher, so that's good.
That's good. Well, that's the objective. Thank you on that one. Thank you for being honest. We wanted to, our goal is to be your partner. Our goal is to help you take share back from the other guys. I have a story to tell on water heaters, and it's actually an awful story. And there's a town in Ontario. I sound like a Neil Young going on here to sing. There's a town in Ontario where there's a major competitor who rents tanks. Now, in this town, this particular dealer built the program for this major competitor. And what happened was, as soon as the major competitor realized that they had enough market share in that town, what they came in and did was simply snatch that business away from that dealer. No questions asked, they just simply took it. And he was left in a very, very bad place. Someone's phone went off. This is something that sadly happened. Okay, this is something that sadly happened across. We're getting some feedback here. Is someone there? Okay, excuse me for a second. Okay, we've got to mute the mics. Hello? All right, we're going to continue. And here's what we've got. professionally prepared documentation that's ready to go, that respect provincial in each province. There, I believe that should be better. That respects provincial law in each province that we're operating in. The terms and conditions have been vetted by our legal team. To become a dealer, it's really simple. We require the following: a completed dealer agreement, a completed personal information transfer agreement, a commitment from you to look after your clients and deliver service to them as they require, a willingness to achieve a high level of success and prepare to meet mutually agreed upon goals. And those goals are real simple. We want to help you, or we want a set of goal of installation of at least one tank or finance program a week. That's it. Now with that, I want to open up the mics again and ask if anyone has any questions.
Unmuted.
Sorry? Anyone have any questions? No?
Carol, it's George here.
Hey, George.
You mentioned we do maybe 3 deals. Is this program going to be good for us?
George, I'm awfully sorry. I can't hear you. George, could you repeat that question?
Just a minute, Daryl. Vince saying something. Okay, thank you. We don't do one deal a week. I can't see how we could do one deal a week. That would involve some training with us. We might do 3 or 4 a year. Is this program going to be of any benefit to us or our clients, or to you?
What do you mean? No, it's a minimum of 1 deal a week. You can do 30 deals a week.
Yeah, but we don't do 1 deal a week, Daryl.
George,
All our clients pay cash.
George, in your case, we want you on the program, and we're prepared to work with you. We're prepared to work with anyone who wants to be part of this program.
I think it's a great program. I'm interested if somebody can teach me how to get people to finance stuff, then that'd be great.
We can teach you.
Go ahead. Daryl.
Yes.
There we go.
Yes. The answer was yes. Yes.
Oh, okay. Didn't hear it.
Anything George wants, we are told the answer is yes.
Excellent. Thank you.
Anyone else have any questions?
Looks like someone's going to type a question and do audio.
Okay, well, I'm going to conclude this presentation, and we're going to follow up with everybody.
Carol, there's a question from someone.
There is? What is it?
Yeah, Steve Ross, there's a question.
Steve Ross.
Yeah, is your rental agreement an option not only for heaters?
Wow. Hello. I'm sorry.
There's like a couple questions. Is this only for SGI members? And then is it only water heaters for the rental program?
Okay, so Steve, is this? No, Steve is water heaters, furnaces, air conditioners. I put water heater up. I've got to mute these things for a
Excuse
second.
me. Can somebody fix the background noise? We can't hear any questions or anything back there.
Okay, I've turned off the mics, and I'm going to answer Steve's question. So is this a rental equipment option and not only water heaters? The answer is yes, Steve. It's rental furnaces, rental air conditioners, water softeners, any equipment you want to put into a home qualifies for the program. The reason why we didn't put the grid or the spreadsheet up on the additional equipment is that we're rolling out in Ontario initially, and the biggest single item in Ontario was water heaters. But most certainly, Steve, we can have a conversation with you offline on the complete schedule and the complete rental program. Is this only for SGI members? No, Smart Home is open to contractors in Canada, regardless of their affiliation with SGI. Our goal is to help contractors. Medicine Hat refrigeration. No, you can sell anything you want. I don't know if John's online here or not from Medicine Hat. John, any product you're selling qualifies for the program. As long as you can satisfy your clients. Doesn't matter if you're putting in Lennox, Carrier, or any other product. And we do not have better rates for dealers than you're getting now from your current relationship. We're happy to share the lender in a private conversation. Our clients will ask. It is a major Canadian lending company. They've asked at this particular point for anonymity, not because they don't want their name revealed. It's just they don't want to be inundated with dealers basically going behind our back and calling them up and saying, hey, we want to do a deal. And that's why I didn't put their name up. But anyone wants to speak to us privately, we're more than happy to share who they are. Steve Ross. Better. Oh, okay. You're welcome, Steve. Our competitors can use the program as well. It depends on who the competitor is. And the answer to that at this point would be yes, because right now it's wide open. If you've got a competitor that is in your town and they're a major competitor and you feel that you can do enough volume to say to us, hey, we're going to do enough volume, we don't want a competitor in our town, we'd be happy to negotiate that. If we are not, yes, we'd be able to include you, Steve, with Air Miles and get you enrolled with their program. You're welcome. That is John on from Medicine Hat Refrigeration. Again, you're welcome on Steve. Qualify 1 a week means 52 a year. At what point do you review the quantities? We're going to review the quantities regularly. And we want to, is an installation of contract payment on your, yes, that's a water heater. That's a water heater proposal for water heater program. It is not for HVAC yet or water treatment. If someone has water treatment that they want to rent to customers, we'd have to look at the product because effectively we buy the product and our only ask is that you put a sticker on it saying that the ownership is a Smart Homes, but you can install and rent anything related to home comfort. I'm going to try opening up the mics again and see what happens. Yes, Steve. I've unmuted everybody. Of course, Peter. I'd be happy to send you a copy of the presentation. How are you? You're too quiet. Does anyone else have any questions, comments, suggestions? Telling me I'm ugly or anything? I don't know. Someone's typing. How is it by the first group? So there is a rental or furnace buyout schedule that is published, and like any rental agreement, there is a buyout schedule based on obviously the price going in and where they are in relation to the term. And it's disclosed in the disclosure documents that the client receives when they do the rental agreement. Is there a minimum term required? Yes, 10 years. But again, anyone can opt out. The other thing is obviously it's transferable should a client sell their home. So there's a term for this. This was water heaters I was referring to at 10 years. Matthew Kramer and Dennis wants a copy. Any other questions? What choices for rental equipment at home sales? A couple. The new homeowner can simply assume the rental, just like they do in any normal transaction, or it could be paid out. What happens at the end of 10? Okay, so at the end of 10 years, this gets really quite interesting. We have a decision. The client has a decision. They could continue renting. We could consider replacing their tank, which, by the way, this program includes replacement tanks should they fail. But if a client wants to continue, they can continue, or it would be like a very, very, very small buyout. Bogdan, how are you? Rental program for oil-fired heaters or furnaces. Oil-fired, great question. I'm going to say to you the answer is yes. If you can give us a product you want to rent or finance, we're happy to roll it into the program. You can purchase the equipment. We can give you a schedule. It doesn't matter what you rent. You can, if you can tell us what the product is, we can work out a program for oil, for gas. I don't care if you want to rub two sticks together. We can figure out a program to help you. Could be a pellet burner. Steve, I don't understand your question. Removal, buyout, etc. Removal, you're talking about the water tank removal? How is a contractor reimbursed for repairs? So, great question. We have a third-party provider called Cornerstone that will reimburse you not just for repairs, but they're also going to give you a margin on the materials. Now, if you have a scenario where the manufacturer is providing you with a part, you'd be reimbursed for your labor. So there's a claim to be submitted, just like an invoice. There's a claim to be submitted, and you'll be reimbursed by our third-party provider. Sale of home, is removal an option? Absolutely, it's an option, Steve. The client can choose to terminate their agreement at any time. If we're talking at the 10-year point, there's absolutely no further obligation. If we're, say, 6 or 7 years into the relationship, client has a choice. Either A, they transfer it to the new owner. B, they could simply pay it out. One second. I got a couple quick questions here. Do we get reimbursed 100% of our straightforward price? There is a schedule that is published by the third-party insurance company that pays you on a negotiated rate between you and the insurance company. So I'd like to say it's 100% of your straightforward price, but it may or may not be depending on A, your current straightforward price, B, your insurance allowance. Absolutely. Rentals in Alberta, I'm well aware of, this is foreign to everybody there, but watch out because others will be offering rental in Alberta in the not too distant future. Again, it's something for your back pocket. I would suggest for you at this point, you're looking at finance and a preferred finance program that we brought to you here. Mark, absolutely. Is that schedule available for review? Absolutely, yes. I don't know who, someone is owner here. I don't know who you are though. So if you'd be kind enough to tell us who you are, Mr. Owner, um, we're more than happy to share that schedule with anyone on this presentation. So I need to know who you are so we can send it to you. Or you can call us directly at 888-586-7460. Speak with Adriana. She'd be happy to send you that schedule. Alex, will this cover three-way mixing valves for hot water tanks? Are you putting three-way mixing valves for water tanks in, Alex? Those things are problems. If you want to pack it in, I hate to answer a question with a question, but if you want to include a mixing valve, we would raise the rental rate slightly to allow for it, but we've not allowed for a mixing valve in our costing at this point. But if you want to put a mixing valve in, no problem, Alex. We can help you. Who's this now? Lit water heaters in Lower Mainland last 8 years. Great. Lynn, so one of the things that we are doing is the following. Rheem has an extended warranty program for their water heaters. With an additional anode installed on a water heater, which is about, I don't know, $25 or so, they will extend their part warranty out to 10 years from their standard 8. I don't know if you were aware of that or not. So when we take the second anode and install it, one, we have parts covered by Rheem, and we have a third-party insurance provider giving you labor coverage. So how's that? And furthermore, this is all the more reason why you should consider installing a water softener with the water tank to give the customers a luxurious hair. Nicole, 1 second. 40 gallon, $15.99, 300. I'd love to be able to say you get both the 300 and the $15.99 a month. However, how are we going to pay back our financiers? Other rental companies install a bit higher, tankless 1,100. Yes, it is negotiable once we have a clear picture on all of our costing on tankless. Tankless is a floating, it's a floating number right now. And yes, this is negotiable. Oh, your water's too soft. So you want to put minerals in. You got rocks, lots of rocks there, Lynn, in BC. We want to make water harder then. So yes, you did miss me. Yes, you did, but I believe I'm coming back. Who owns the contract? The contract is owned by Smart Home, and you get, I'd wish I'd be happy to get you part of the rental amount if we could get it out of the client. We've got established rental rates. If we wanted to raise those rates slightly, we could pay you more money on the installation. So I would love the idea to include dealers in the ongoing revenue on this, and that's why we pay you up front. Yes, there are maintenance plans for equipment installed, maintenance as well as service. So on an air conditioner and a furnace, for example, there'll be one inspection on the furnace, one inspection on the air conditioner per year, in which case we would replace filters and check the system operation. And we're targeting those rates in around the $49 to $59 per inspection rate right now. I read your mind, Steve. Steve, you and I should have a conversation offline. You're a fun guy.
Speaking It's hometown, eating and cooling.
So, anyone else have any other questions, comments? We've been online for an hour here. My wife says otherwise. Okay, we've been online for an hour. I can continue if you want, or we can write this down, or we can take these up in private sessions. We're here for you, and we want to earn your business on this. I believe that Adriana has sent out the dealer app to everybody who's here in the room this morning, or she sent it out yesterday, I believe. So, yes, Dennis got it. Excellent. So with that, if anyone has any other questions, or we can continue. All right, you're very welcome. I don't know if this is John. Nicole, do we have your contact information? Do you have it, Age? Nicole, do we?
Email address.
Do we? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Nicole, it says Nicole Gallery. Is that your name, Nicole Gallery?
That's the company.
That's a company. Okay. We're gonna have
your contact information on the email we originally got?
So the company is Gallery. We'll find you.
Okay.
Anyone have any other? Alex? No problem, Alex. You're very welcome. Will you email copy? Yes, you already have the copies, but we can send them out to you again. Anyone else have any other comments, suggestions, ideas? Oh, the presentation, certainly. Okay. With that, we're going to wind this down. And I want to thank you for your time this morning. We will do this again for you. And we are just